Okay, Ricky. So I'm interested in Cheltenham. So you must have some good memories of betting there, working there.
Yeah, fantastic. And we were lucky enough. I don't know how it started, but we got involved with a couple who lived in Winchcombe, and we used to stay at their cottage every year for year after year after year. Jane and Richard Isaac, their name was, and you know that was a great thing to go there every year on what, 10 minutes from the racecourse and there. But Cheltenham itself, yeah, there's a few memories that stick out to me. In 1975, 10 Up won the Gold Cup. It was absolutely, well, all week, or the 3 day, whatever. It was pouring rain, and they abandoned, that was it. 10 Up won the Gold Cup, and that was it. Everybody had to go home after that. And then in 1978, Midnight Court, that year, that was abandoned. I don't know why it was abandoned, but it was. So that was rerun at another time. So that was that. And then the last day, in 1987, The Thinker, he won it in a snowstorm. An hour later. You know, it's things like that stuck in my mind.
Barracks in Germany, hoping it was going to be abandoned.
Yeah, exactly. We had to wait an hour.
Yeah, because I bet Borough Hill lad anti-post and he wasn't running.
No, we waited an hour for that. And finally, I suppose really, in 1990, a horse called Norton's Coin won. Well, all the years I've been going there, and since that, I think it was Return 100 to 1. It was just an absolute... Well, I don't think we wrote it in the book, only to put the name Norton's Coin. It was an absolute best result of the Gold Cup we've ever had. So really, those are the main 4, things that stick in my mind about Cheltenham. And also, there's 1 or 2 characters there I quite liked. There was a bookmaker I think he came from Sheffield. His name was Billy Fuchs. To me, he was a character because they got that northern accent, he was. I like, and also from,
what made Billy stick out to you then?
I don't know, just his manner, just had something, a little bit of charisma. A lot of people might say, well, he was this and he was that. Well, don't forget, I'm not all that old then, and I liked him. And also from, I think it was Doncaster, there was a bloke called little Charlie Summers, and he used to have a lardy, always smug a lardy da, and I think the cigar was bigger than him actually. But those 2 people really stick out in my mind. And also, although I'm not sure if he bet at Cheltenham, but Rixon Raymond came from Leicester. Yeah. Can I oblige? That was his call song. And yeah, another character, fascinating bloke. Yeah, and because he was involved with the snooker player, Willie Thorne, great mates. And, he used to tell stories about Willie Thorne, this, that and the other. And he idolised Willie. I don't think it ended too well, but that's another story. But, in those days, yeah, Willie Thorne and Raymond were synonymous together. And now we're going to go to the Silver Ring. As I told you previously, there was such a hue and cry about me betting at Fontwell, but I remember, I don't know why.
Let me interrupt a minute, Ricky. Why were they objecting? Because it was a normal thing for the son to take over from the father, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But why didn't they want you to do it?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I've told you, I had so much aggravation trying to, get for the fight. If he was there, I couldn't bet. I mean, today, it wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. But they did. I don't know why they wouldn't. Well, I suppose I used to force it a little bit, go the extra yard or whatever, but no, I wasn't very popular and that. So that was why. I don't know, really.
They talk about silver rings a bit more because these days they pretty much, they do exist a couple of places, but everywhere used to have a silver ring.
Yeah.
Which is always well populated with people.
Yeah.
Always had their own sort of bookies in there.
Yeah.
And it was just cheaper to be in there, and it was just all on a bit of a smaller scale. But tell us about silver rings.
Well, as I say, the majority of our race course pitches were silver rings, apart from those Cheltenham and Wincanton. Yeah, I mean, well, as you know, you meet up the same people all the time, whether it's silver or touches. But the silver rings were, well, yeah, they were marvellous, I thought. And Newbury, well, their silver ring was fantastic. I mean, we bet in the back line at Newbury in the silver ring, you know, 40, 50, but we still took good money, incredibly. In fact, I would say that in those days, because I bet with a fella called Bo Brown from West End, Southampton. He trades under the name of West End. He comes from Southampton. We took more in those days, 30 years ago, than he does. And he's not a small time bookmaker. He'll lay you a fair bet. But the ring, in my opinion, the ring's gone. The ring's gone, and there's several like it. If they had the silver rings, maybe, you know. I know they got a few about, but it's another lost thing.
So when you were betting in the silver ring, I'm assuming because it was cheaper to get in. So I doubt whether you wouldn't get many tricky dickies out there winning off you, professional punters.
No.
So you would be pretty certain that ultimately you were going to win.
Yeah.
And you bet to good figures.
Yeah, and well, of course, in those days, there was a bloke called Nigel Peddle. He came with us. Chappers. He was part of the team, and another bloke, Steve Place. And we used to go to these silver rings. Send Nigel because he was well known in Tattersalls.
I know Nigel. Yeah.
Yeah. Send him in the Tattersalls and relay what's price so and so, and you look each side, and you know, oh, it's 10 to 1 each side. Oh, it's 6 in here. We'll try and lay 7 or whatever, and earn. And that's what we used to do. But it's amazing. One day at Bath, we were doing the same sort of thing, and it all went wrong. It all went wrong, and I can remember Chappers sitting on the stool at the back there with his hands over his brow, and you know, couldn't make it eat. We backed horse, couldn't lay it, so we were stuck with it. It got beat, and so yeah, fun days. Now
Chappers being lofty,
yeah, he works for Star, yeah.
So any particular sort of people, punters, bookies out there that you remember?
Well, yeah, one of the most striking bookmakers in the silver ring was a bloke called Hector Roberts. He used to wear a tatty old Mac, really, but his cry was, "Come on down and lay the horses." He was another character to me, and also another very, very good bookmaker, innovative bookmaker, was Jolly Joe. I don't know what his name, but that's the name he tried. And he had the tote double. And he used to say, you add this to that, like 6 and 7 and that, and incredible. I think it was a £2 stake, or might even been a pound, but he was a workman, different class. Yeah, very, very good. I mean, obviously, over 50 odd years or whatever, there's probably people I've forgotten about and that, but the ones I've told you about, yeah, they're good. In my opinion, they were character and different class.
So have you ever been a punter yourself?
Yeah, I like a bet, but not a punter really. I like my place pots, which are absolute waste of time. Because I know they keep telling you over the time, oh, somebody won £40,000 at Kempton Park and all that going, but they don't tell you about the hundreds and hundreds of dividends that are absolutely diabolical. You know, £5.40 and all that game for 6 placed horses. And I know it's all down to the horse and the SPs and all that, but it's not a bet that the people who've won the 20,000, 40,000 invariably get a lucky dip. And I mean, horses that you never possibly put in it, oblige, and good luck to them. But no, it's not for me. But there you are. That's the way it is.
But when you were working out in the silver rings and that, would you be doing the form the night before and go there with an opinion?
No. Try to bet the figures, and I mean, I know one or two people, well, loads of people do that, and that's great. But I've never been one to study form, not really. It's just the way it has been, I suppose.
Because people talk about, a lot of bookmakers couldn't price up a race now, but as I remember it, there was only a couple that used to do it back in the old days, and everybody else would just follow them, and then the market would sort itself out.
Yeah, well, that's right. In the old days, that's what you are so right. There was a couple. I remember what's his name down in the west of England, Harry Seacombe. I can't. What was bookseller?
Avalon.
That's it.
Eddie
Eddie Baxter, correct.
Yeah.
Well, he was guaranteed. He was the first to open up in those days. And I don't know who else. Well, obviously there must have been, but he once again, he sticks in my mind because everybody went round Eddie.
Yeah.
If he made a rick, in they go. But
well, that's the thing. 10 minutes before the off, you all crowd around Eddie Baxter's pitch. He'd price up.
Yeah.
All the floor men would go running off and tell their bosses.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Floormen, one of the most in those days, one of the most important men in the ring. Because if you've got 6 on your board and somebody has a 601 or something, they say, and it's too much, you get a 650. Oh, so it's only 4 now, and all that game, So they were important. But of course, today, as I say, it's all done by computer and the exchanges. It's killed. In my opinion, it's killed the game. The exchanges. Everybody's looking at it. Years ago, if Ladbrokes come up and said 2001, you say, no, you can have a 2 monkeys or whatever. But today, not that they do it because they don't come round no more, but they look on the machine, it's 3-1. Yeah, do you want any more? That's the difference. In those days, you might be halved up, but today, do you want any more? Because they can earn on the exchange. As I say, it's killed the game, in my opinion.